Hello everybody, how we doing? My name is Tyler Soto, and to answer this question, I'm gonna kill like two birds with one stone, and I'm gonna also answer what my favorite quote is. But the actual question I want to answer is what has changed about your thinking since you started this class and why? I have to touch on my favorite quote because it goes hand in hand. It's from hopeless to hopeful, and from fearful to fearless. I know it's very basic, and it's like one of the first quotes we received from Dr. Alexakis. But I don't know if anybody remembers or if only Dr. Alexakis is going to see this at the beginning of the class when it was my turn to present my thoughts on, the topics that we were talking about. I wouldn't say pessimistic because at the time I thought I was being more like realistic, but I just kind of thought that not that we were on a downward spiral, but that like all of the things that we have done to the earth were kind of irreversible. And as we've gone along in this class, I've seen that like everybody is trying to make a change. Not everybody, but there are groups that are focused on making a change, and there are slow changes being made. And when it comes to things like environmental sustainability, it's a process. Like it's not a night and day change. There's like laws that have to go through. There's like a bunch of different regulations. There's a bunch of different companies. Like there's so many people responsible for making large scale changes, and that's one of the biggest things that have changed about my thinking. Because I remember, I think one of the questions were let me see if I can reference back in our book real quick. Perfect. It says, "What is now clear to you?" That was like one of the first day of class, I think. But after reading the Earth Charter, it's now clear to me that we as humans have strayed so far from an ideal world that following what the Charter preaches is nearly impossible. The Charter mentioned not using weapons of mass destruction, but they have been used before in countries around the world to develop new ones to this day. I personally read aloud in class about promoting non-violence and peace, but unfortunately there will always be violence and chaos. To reiterate, while the Earth Charter is good when looked at as a proposition, it's hard to follow into fruition. And while I still think it is hard to follow into fruition, I think it is possible now. It's cool seeing the colloquium video and seeing how FGCU was built and all the challenges they faced because of panther habitat, all the wetlands, all these activists that were trying to make FGCU built on colonial because of the area that we were in. That's another part of not earth sustainability. You know what I'm saying? Things like that make me think people just do things for money, greed, but we still take the right steps towards a better world, a better earth, and I just feel more optimistic now at the end of this course.